What's up, everyone? Welcome back to KimmyDTV, a place where nurses and aspiring nurses come to achieve academic, career, and life success. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how fasting has changed my life, the benefits fasting has given me and could give you, and some tips on how to fast successfully, okay? So I'm going to preface this video by saying I do not condone or I don't suggest for, if you are a teenager and you're watching this video, I do not suggest that you embark in a fasting journey. As a psychiatric nurse working with the adolescent population, I wouldn't recommend going down the fasting route. So know that y'all are still growing, and you guys need a lot of nutrients and vitamins 24/7 all the time to help you keep growing to your full capacity. Whereas me, of course, I still need my vitamins and nutrients and everything, but I'm a grown woman, so I'm done growing. So I'm more adept to do it, and I know my body a lot. I know when my blood sugar is dropping. I even know when my sodium levels are dropping. So I do not advise teenagers to do it, okay? So when I'm talking about fasting, I'm mainly talking about intermittent fasting. The longest I've ever fasted was 24 hours. I've never done a dry fast. If you guys want to know what a dry fast is when you go no food and no water. That can have a lot of benefits too, especially spiritual benefits if you're into prayer and everything. But for me, the reason why I don't do dry fasting is because I had a history of electrolyte imbalance related to food poisoning. But after that event happened, I'm kind of scarred from it. So that's why I don't do a dry fast. So if you want dry fasting, I would definitely do my research before it, okay? So what I'm saying, this is not medical advice. Even though I'm a nurse, this is not medical advice. This is just me sharing the benefits that fasting has given me. And also I want to say that for those of you guys who have seen my pictures on Instagram, or if you see me in person, I met a few of y'all in person, and I know a lot of people don't believe me, but I am not naturally small. And when I mean small, I mean skinny. I've never had a skinny phase. I'm naturally more curvy, more on the thicker side before thick was in. Even I've always been a little bit more on the heavier side. So I want to talk about fasting, the benefits and stuff like that. So I'm going to leave a link down below to a doctor. He's actually a cardiologist, and he actually goes into detail about the benefits of fasting, saying that he saw his patients have several improvements in their cardiovascular health, meaning that because usually when somebody has, for example, a heart attack or something, even after they undergo an angioplasty, they may have a heart attack maybe 2 years or 3 years later. And it's just this endless cycle of health conditions. And also, I'm gonna put a picture here somewhere of a picture I found on Facebook of talking about ingredients that are in the USA versus ingredients in the UK. And TMI, but I do notice that when I travel, I usually have digestive issues like constipation. But something I did notice is while traveling abroad, for some reason, when I eat, everything I eat goes straight out. I'm very, very regular. It's just different. So that's some of the benefits of fasting. People have seen decrease, they were able to heal their diabetes, type 2, of course, because type 1 is the cells are literally damaged. They were able to heal their diabetes. They were able to heal their cardiovascular health. They were able to reverse disease like cancer. They were able to help with their mental health. And especially if you have ADHD, or if you suspect that you may have ADHD, once you get past that initial oh my gosh starvation phase, you actually are more alert. Your brain becomes more alert, so increase mental clarity, increase mental alertness. And yeah, also, of course, weight loss. That's mostly why people embark on this fasting journey, is to lose weight. And you could lose weight rather quickly when you do intermittent fast. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of the hindrances of why people don't fast. Like, so first of all, the number one reason why people don't fast is because they're afraid of being hungry. Oh yes, and one more major benefit of fasting is that it actually, studies have shown that it actually could reduce like when you restrict your calories, like when you're on a calorie deficit, it could reduce your chances of developing dementia / Alzheimer's, cognitive diseases. So that's pretty good. So one of the reasons why people won't fast is, number one, people are afraid of being hungry. There's a lot of stuff around food. Like, there could be, at least like from my experience, like dealing with, not like nursing adolescents, especially with eating disorders, like to the point where some of them unfortunately would have to eventually be on a feeding tube just because like they want to be, it's like just a mental thing going on, when somebody has an eating disorder. There's a lot around food. Like, say you live in a household where people eat a lot, like it's a surplus of food, or we could even talk about epigenetics. Like, if you come from, so say you come from a country where at some point, even if it wasn't your parents who exhibited poverty, it could be even your great parents or your great parents who have exhibited poverty in the past. Like, sometimes, like through epigenetics, your DNA could actually remember how it felt to be hungry, so it may like want to eat so much. Or sometimes people may have like sexual abuse, a history of sexual abuse, so in order to protect themselves, they will eat a lot so that they can put on that weight, so that they don't have to be attractive to men or whatever, so that they don't be abused. So there could be a lot of trauma and things with your family, and sometimes it's just culture. Like, cause some cultures, they think like they value certain physiques, so sometimes the only way to get it is to like be of a certain body type. So the whole point of fasting, especially if it's for weight loss, is not to be skinny. I'm not necessarily saying to be skinny. The whole point is to be healthy, right? Because not everybody can be like a Taylor Swift. Not everybody could be a stick. Like, I'm an example of, like, I'm not like stick skinny. Like, I have curves naturally since I was a kid, like my body changed a little bit, but I feel like my body really didn't change that much, because like I've always had curves. Like, when I was born, like it was just like the curves are all already there. So I feel like it's all about being healthy and not about being skinny. So I would say to try giving fasting a try, but don't be like me and just jump for the 24-hour fast, because like you may not be able to handle it. I would say do it slowly, because when you're fasting, you're giving your stomach, your body, the ability to digest a lot.